I think we've all been there. You're flying a high-fidelity aircraft on the sim. The visuals are perfect, but the second you go to program your flight plan, you're stuck clicking a mouse or tapping some cheap plastic FMS that feels like a toy. It ruins the immersion immediately. I've been looking for something that actually bridges that gap, and I think I've finally found it. This is the Wingflex MCDU, and honestly, it's a massive game changer for the home setup. I'm a licensed pilot. Let's take a deep dive on this. So here it is. The first thing I noticed when I picked it up, it's got that weight where it's not going to slide around on your desk when you're typing in a clearance. And the feel, it's really nice. The buttons on this have a really solid tactile click. It's hard to say if it's a one-to-one match for how the real buttons feel because the real planes also vary so much, so it's hard to tell. But the feedback here is the closest I felt to a real FMS. The thing that stood out the most to me though was the screen. Most units just stream a pop-out window from your PC, which usually means a low resolution and lag. This is a standalone display. It's high quality, the fonts and colors look spot on, and it just works really well. This is a 1-to-1 scale replica. Also a nice surprise that I didn't expect to come in the package was this stand. I didn't think much of it at first, but it's actually a really practical and sturdy setup. It's not just a cheap afterthought. But now, let's talk about the most important part, the price. Yeah, it's a bit more expensive than some of the entry-level stuff you can find. In this hobby, you usually get what you pay for. So when you factor in the build quality and the dedicated screen, I think the price is completely justifiable for the level of immersion you're getting. Alright, so now let's test it out on the sim. Alright, so now we're in the sim in this Airbus A320-200. It's equipped with the CFM engines. We can take a look and check that on the aircraft. Let's go to FMGC. And we can see we've got the CFM 56-5B4. And it looks like our navigation is up to date, so that's not a problem. Let's go to the MCD menu. So now let's load in our flight plan. So I go to ATSU, AOC menu, init, and request the data. So now we'll wait for that to come in. Perfect, it came in. So now we'll go to init, the init page, and request that. So that might take a second. Perfect, it loaded in. It's a little quicker than what you'd see in real life. Good. All right, let's get the winds. Now that might take a second. All right, it's loaded in. Check our fuel. Yeah, everything is good. Everything looks good. Performance. All right, so here we're going to look at our EFB, do the calculations. Phoenix makes it easy, and now it should be sent. All right, perfect. Flex, edge and out, and flaps 1 down 3. Good. All right, so today we're going to be doing a flight from Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport off of 06 right, and we will be landing in Toronto Pearson Airport on runway 05. So let's fill that in. So CYL, departure, 06 right, no SID, insert. Now let's go CYYZ. CYYZ arrival 05, and it's the Rajid 5. Rajid 5 via Tourney. Insert. Everything looks good. Yeah. Checking everything. All the waypoints are put in. Good. Manflex 68, SRS, runway, auto throttle blue. Give it a bit of down pressure. Knots, release the pressure. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. So direct bub key. And start the turn. Alright, so we fast forwarded in time now, and we're going to start our descent soon. Alright, let's check the METAR in Toronto. Alright, performance page. Let's go to the next phase. Perfect. Alright, Toronto altimeter is 2998. Temperature is -1. -1. The winds are 070 at 09. 070 at 09. Yeah, that adds up. The final approach speed looks good. Alright, the barometric altitude is 664. And this is our approach page is filled. Now let's go back to here.
Retard.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with this thing. It actually makes the data entry, the work part of the flight, feel like part of the experience, rather than a chore. If this is the standard Wingflex's setting, I'm honestly really curious to see how their new overhead panel holds up. Many of you have been asking me to test it out, so I'd love to get my hands on that and see if the switches have that same sturdy feel as these buttons. But for this MCDU, I'm a huge fan. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below and I'll try to answer them as best as possible. Thanks to Wingflex for sending out this review unit. I'm very satisfied with these results, and I hope you guys are too. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in another video.